Be a man of greatness now, a man so tall, a man so kind. Be a man of wisdom now, a man of mind, a man not blind.
David here. Plants have feelings. Plants have memory. Plants have intuition. Plants have psychic abilities. And plants are able to detect our intentions. Is this true, or is it just a myth or a misled theory? Well, according to ancestral knowledge that we all have, or some have lost, we know that our ancient ancestors used to communicate with plants, particularly those who knew how and exercised it in the context of treatment or traditional healing. We know of tales, and it is spoken of in mythology, that certain men in community could speak to plants and end up finding solution to certain problems that are ailing the community. For example, disease. Well, modern science has come to validate African traditions and mythology. I put that and I use that carefully, knowing that for a fact now it is known that plants have memory, plants have intuition, plants have consciousness. I'm brought to awareness of today's story in one of the dailies, that is The Nation, about plants or baobab trees that have died, which were being exported to Georgia State to botanical garden. Well, some may wonder or argue that these trees might have died for various reasons. But as I said earlier, it was researched and it has been tested in the lab, and you can check the works of one scientist known as Clive Baxter, who was a specialist in polygraph, that is the lie detectors. And in his time and spare time, in his own laboratory, he was able to attach the polygraph machine to his indoor plants, and indeed he discovered that plants reacted differently to different emotions. And even when a fellow plant was being mutilated, you can see that the plant reacted, which shows that the plants have emotions. Why is this important? So these plants which were being exported to Georgia State might have died for various reasons. It might not just be the way they were handled on the road, but how were they plants? How were they cut? How were the people who handled them at the point of cutting? Did they seek permission from the plants to be cut? Maybe the plants just died out of protest because they did not want to be removed from their particular location to be exported for whichever use they were to be used in Georgia. This happened because these plants were exported and cut down from, actually uprooted from a place in Kenya, in the coastal areas. And it has been reported by the governor of Georgia State that all the plants are dead. So what am I trying to say today? The plants have a language and plants do speak. This brings me to another topic whereby we refer to it in scientific terms as energetic signature. That plants can outwardly communicate their intention, their purpose. And it is these qualities that were used by our ancestors to know which plants cured which diseases or which plants will sort which problems. So, despite the fact that plants, just like human beings, it is now proven that plants have consciousness, that plants have feelings, and they have memory. Plants can communicate various messages through their outward appearance also. And this is portrayed through various means, and plants use different techniques to communicate their intention, their use, and their purpose. So, for example, plants can use color to communicate. We have plants with bright colors, plants with dark colors. These communicate different things for different purposes. Plants also use smell to communicate their intentions. We have plants with strong smell, we have plants with sweet smell, plants with just neutral smell. So through this, you can be able to read the various uses of different plants. Plants also express their energy through shape. We have flowers which are shaped like a person meditating. We have flowers shaped like the ear. We could have flowers which are shaped like a nose, flowers or leaves shaped like a heart. All these are called energetic signatures, and plants express themselves through this. Plants use, you can read the purpose of a plant from the habitat in which it is growing. You can also decipher or decode a plant message or energy based on the emotion that it evokes. You can look at a plant and you feel a certain emotion. But overall, what I'm trying to say is that plants, just like any other living thing, have consciousness. And it is upon all of us to be mindful of how we treat them.